Hi guys, welcome to another session. So here in this video, I'll be briefly summarizing the major theoretical strands in sociological methodology. So to begin with, if you remember, since its inception, see, the initial sociologists wanted to make it similar to natural science, and they wanted to make it as a scientific discipline so that you will get that initial acceptance or that legitimacy. So that have given rise to diverse methodological orientations. So first, we discussed what started off with positivism, and that approach was giving emphasis to external reality. That means the valid knowledge or the pure knowledge is derived from observable phenomena, the external realities, their properties and relations and cause and effect, relationship, and interpreted through reason and logic and theory building. It stress on empiricism, it stress on objectivity, it stress on quantifiability and the possibility of general laws, prediction, testing, and all these are there, much like the natural sciences. So that's the initial one which you need to write. And then you talk about interpretive methodology, Weber made, and then you talk about non-positivism. So there is an interpretive methodology where we see objective understanding of subjective reality. So here you see challenging the one-sided view of positivism, where that study only external reality. So here it focuses on the internal aspect, the meanings of individual, the meanings attached by the actor to the actions and social actions, and all these are taken into consideration. But you have to establish cause and effect. So this is an objective understanding of subjective reality. Here, reality is not external, but socially constructed through daily interactions. And this perspective, you see, basically prioritize the qualitative research, description, and understanding rather than prediction. And you see the development further in terms of non-positivism, where you need to discuss phenomenology and ethnomethodology, and that we have already done. So I'm not getting into that as it's a summary. And then you can discuss critical science, right, critical social science methodology. Like you can also talk about conflict perspective, the Frankfurt schools and everything, right? So this is basically rooted in critical theory, and it is not content with explaining society, but seek to criticize, or they try to transform society. You can see that in Marxian understanding also. So we have done enough discussions on that. So they basically highlight the role of domination and ideology, and showing how social structures that perpetuate oppression and aims at emancipatory knowledge, right? So this is what the critical social science is all about, and we have done enough discussions on that. And then you discuss about the feminist methodology. Here you see emphasis, or will be on the women's standpoint, that will be the standpoint or at the center. And it basically criticizes that androcentric biases in mainstream research, emphasis on reflexivity, and seek social change by foregrounding diversity and lived experiences. So it also calls attention to the positionality of the researcher. So again, we have done enough discussion on this. And finally, you can also talk about the postmodern approaches. So basically the postmodernism, they question universal laws and the meta narratives, and it emphasizes on plurality, it emphasizes on discourse, power relations, and the contingent nature of truth. So the postmodern sociologists or sociology, they basically focus on how knowledge and reality are discursely constructed, and resisting rigid boundaries of that modernist science. So this is what all you can write if you get this question. And in conclusion, you can say these methodological strands, right? Positivism, interpretive sociology, symbolic interactionism, non-positivism, phenomenology, ethnomethodology, critical sociology, feminist approaches, and the postmodern sociology, that represents sociology's intellectual richness. And you see how the scope of sociology have widened. So this is not exclusive. You see, rather than mutually exclusive, you can see these are complementing each other, and these are serving as a complementary orientation, and that basically enable you to have a deeper manifested understanding of society. So this is what I want to discuss on this. So along with positivism, non-positivism also right, because you are now understanding both aspect, internal and external. So nowadays you can see a lot of mixing also. So that's the postmodern approach. When you talk about functionalism, at the same time conflict perspective, so that give you the disadvantages or the other sides. So based on that, you can bring up the solution also. So both the sides and both understanding is very important. Micro macro is important. Scientific humanistic is important. Inductive deductive is important. Qualitative and quantitative is important. So the mix is what you see now. The purpose is more important. So that will help you to give a better understanding. So that's why I told you these are not contradictory, rather these are complementary. and complementing each other, that will help you to have a deeper understanding of social reality. So that's about this session. I hope you got some point. And in case if you're looking for any mentorship on sociology, test series or classes, get in touch with us. I see you there.